Okay, imagine this. It's just today, August 2nd, 2025. And what seems like just another day, a routine renovation project happening in, a fairly quiet corner of Jammu and Kashmir. Suddenly, something truly remarkable is pulled right out of the earth. We're talking about ancient Hindu idols being unearthed, stunning shivlings, intricate sculptures of deities. Right there in a nutmeg, the exact spot, a place called Karkoot Nag. It's in the Salia area of Ishmukam, maybe 16 kilometers or so from a nutmeg town. And it all happened during excavation work for renovating the Karkoot Nag spring. You can just picture the workers' surprise, right?
Absolutely. And what makes this find so incredibly significant is that it seems to have this immediate, almost undeniable link to the Karkoota Dynasty,
Yeah.
a really powerful force that didn't just rule this region, but fundamentally shaped it for centuries. These aren't just old stones you see. They're like tangible echoes from a really influential past, full of information.
Totally. This feels like more than just a local news item. It's a discovery that kind of reverberates, doesn't it, through history, culture, identity. So for our deep dive today, that's exactly what we're going to unpack this incredible story. We'll journey back to those moments of discovery, then kind of transport ourselves into the Karkoota Dynasty's golden age. We'll try to grasp the deep cultural meaning these idols hold, especially for the Kashmir Pandit community. And finally, explore what these revelations really mean for understanding Kashmir's super rich, layered heritage and, its future too. Okay, let's dive in. So let's paint that picture a bit more. The unearthing moment. It was precisely 11:03 a.m. Indian Standard Time, August 2nd, 2025. You've got these laborers, right? Public Works Department guys, just going about their day digging, expecting the usual stuff, soil, rocks. Then their tools hit something solid, unexpected. And as they carefully dig around it, what emerges isn't just one thing, but several ancient stone idols. We're talking significant shivling, the sacred symbols of Lord Shiva's power, but also other sculptures too. With these incredibly detailed, really beautiful engravings of Hindu deities, can you just imagine that moment on site? The shift from routine work to uncovering centuries of history. Just wow.
It must have been astonishing. And the reaction was quick, which is important. As soon as word got out, officials from the J&K Department of Archives, Archaeology, and Museums, they were there pretty swiftly. Their presence was crucial. They could see right away, even without extensive analysis yet, that these weren't just random finds. They recognized the antiquity, the historical importance. It signals a known, but often buried, layer of Kashmir's past. This immediate expert response just shows how valuable these idols were seen from the very first glance.
Right, so it wasn't just, oh, look, some old rocks. It was instantly recognized.
Exactly. And what's really fascinating is how these finds immediately pull us back to a very specific, very influential time. The Karkoota Dynasty. They held sway over Kashmir from about 625 to 855 CE, give or take. And just to give you some context, this wasn't some small local group. The Karkootas were a major regional power. They controlled key trade routes connecting Central Asia, India. Their influence stretched quite far. The dynasty was founded by Durlabhardhana around 625 CE. This puts them right alongside other major Indian empires at that time. Think Chalukyas, Pallavas. It was a dynamic period.
And wasn't there one ruler who really stood out? Lalitaditya Muktapida.
Ah, yes, definitely. His reign, roughly 724 to 761 CE, is often called Kashmir's Golden Age, and for good reason.
A golden age. What did that actually look like?
Well, he was a formidable military leader, expanding the empire significantly across northern India, even into Central Asia.
Yeah.
But he was also a huge patron of arts, architecture, learning. So it wasn't just conquest. It was a time of economic prosperity, massive building projects, and a real cultural flourishing.
And didn't he build something pretty spectacular? I think it's also in Anantnag.
You're thinking of the Martan Sun Temple. Absolutely. A truly awe-inspiring complex. It's this incredible example of Kashmiri architecture, a unique blend of Gandhara, Gupta, even Central Asian styles. The sheer scale, the artistry. It gives you a real sense of the Karkoota Dynasty's ambition and cultural depth.
Wow. So these idols could be directly linked to that same era, that same cultural energy.
Precisely. And connecting it to the bigger picture, it just shows how incredibly layered Kashmir's history is, much more than people might realize. The Karkoota rule eventually ended around 855 CE with the rise of the Upala dynasty. But their legacy, as these discoveries show, clearly continued to resonate, shaping the cultural and spiritual landscape long after. It's about understanding that continuity, how traditions evolved, how power shifts affected what people created and left behind.
So, okay, this is fascinating historically. But let us shift focus a bit. What does this discovery mean today, especially for the people of the region? You mentioned the Kashmir Pandit community earlier. This must hold a really profound meaning for them, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's deeply emotional and historical. For them, Karkootnag isn't just a place name on a map. It's a site historically, religiously tied to their ancestral heritage. There have been long-held local beliefs, passed down through generations, that this specific spot once housed a major religious complex, maybe even a grand temple, a spiritual hub.
So this discovery kind of validates those oral histories, those ancestral memories.
In a very tangible way, yes.
Yeah.
It provides physical evidence connecting them to those deep roots in the land.
Yeah.
And unsurprisingly, we're already seeing immediate, quite passionate calls from the community and also from historians, calling for the careful preservation of these artifacts. There's even talk, a strong sentiment about potentially rebuilding a temple there.
Rebuilding, that's significant.
It is. It reflects more than just wanting a structure back. It's about affirming that deep connection to their past, especially given the community's history of displacement and challenges. Preserving cultural identity becomes even more vital in that context. It really makes you think, how do these material discoveries bridge the past and present for communities like this?
Yeah, it's definitely more than just archaeology. It's about identity, roots, reclaiming narratives.
Exactly. It can be a focal point for remembrance, maybe even revitalization.
So what happens to the idols right now, practically speaking?
Okay, so the immediate plan is crucial. They're set to be transported to the SPS Museum in Srinagar.
The Shri Pratap Singh Museum.
That's the one. It's a central institution for Kashmir's heritage. Once they're there, the detailed scientific work begins. We're talking material analysis, looking closely at the stone, the carving techniques, and, importantly, carbon dating.
To nail down the exact age.
Precisely. Carbon dating can help determine their age, hopefully quite accurately, and solidify their historical context. It could potentially cement that link to the Karkoota period definitively. That's how we move from fascinating find to verified historical knowledge.
Okay. And thinking bigger picture again, what does this mean for archaeology in Jammu and Kashmir generally?
Well, it really highlights an urgent need, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For more comprehensive, properly funded archaeological research across the region. J&K is so incredibly rich historically, just layers upon layers of civilizations and cultures. But for various reasons, it's been historically underexplored.
So finds like this are maybe just scratching the surface.
Quite possibly. It's
Yeah.
a powerful reminder of the hidden treasures that might still be out there waiting. It also really underscores the importance of cultural heritage preservation, especially now with modernization development happening so quickly.
Yeah, you hear about sites being damaged or artifacts being looted.
Exactly. We need strong legal frameworks, yes, but also community involvement to protect these finds. You know, like the great work the Idol Wing does in Tamil Nadu, recovering stolen artifacts. It takes dedicated effort.
That's a good point. Protection is key.
And you know, what's also really interesting here? This discovery in Anantnag, it's not actually an isolated incident in India.
Oh, how so?
It fits into this broader pattern we've been seeing across the country. It speaks volumes about India's incredibly deep, dense history. Remember back in February 2023, similar thing near Nalanda University in Bihar. They found 1,200-year-old stone idols from the Pala period.
Right, I do remember hearing about that.
And a few years before, Feb 2019, 9th century temple ruins and idols turned up in Uttarakhand.
So it happens quite often then.
More often than you might think. These aren't just random flukes.
It's almost like the land itself is constantly reminding us of these forgotten eras, whispering stories.
That's a nice way to put it. It signifies that our modern activities, building roads, renovating springs, constructing buildings, are constantly interacting with India's ancient heritage. It highlights this continuous dialogue between the past and present. We're literally digging up layers of history we didn't know were there.
It makes you look at construction sites a bit differently, doesn't it? Every dig could be an archaeological find.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
It challenges us to be more mindful.
Okay, so looking ahead, what are the positive implications? You mentioned tourism earlier.
Yes, huge potential there.
Huh?
Kashmir is already world famous for its stunning natural beauty, the mountains, the lakes.
Absolutely breathtaking.
But discoveries like this add a whole new dimension. Heritage tourism, spiritual tourism.
So people visiting not just for the views, but for the history.
Exactly. Imagine visiting Karkootnag, knowing its connection to the Karkoota Dynasty, seeing preserved artifacts. It has incredible depth. It could attract a whole different kind of visitor, people really interested in history, archaeology, spirituality.
And that could boost the local economy too, presumably.
Definitely. Once these sites are properly explored, analyzed, and preserved responsibly, they could become major cultural landmarks. Think about opportunities for local guides, businesses, artisans. plus fostering a renewed sense of pride in the region's incredibly deep roots.
Using the past to build a better future kind of thing.
That's the idea. But it really emphasizes the need for public education, collaboration between communities, government, archaeologists, to protect and promote this rich historical tapestry for the future. It's about stewardship.
Makes sense. So as we wrap up this deep dive, this and not neg discovery, it really feels like more than just finding old statues. It's like a direct line back to the Karkoota Dynasty, a really powerful moment for the Kashmiri Pandit community. And just another vivid reminder of India's incredibly deep, complex history that keeps revealing itself.
It really does. And this find, like the others across India, it genuinely makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other incredible secrets are still lying hidden right beneath our feet, just waiting? And maybe more importantly, how do these ongoing discoveries continue to reshape our understanding, not just of history, but of our own identity, our connection to place, the very ground we stand on?
It's a fascinating thought. An ongoing story proving the past is never really that far away, constantly surprising us and inviting us to look closer.